Swatmanyeva sada stitva mano nashyati yoginaha vasananam kshayaschatah vadhyasapanayam kuru. The yogi's mind dies, constantly fixed on his own self. This is followed by the cessation of all desires. Therefore, please do away with thy superimposition. Please do away with thy superimposition.
Neelakantan ji, which adhyaya is from? If you can tell the chapter and the shloka. Thank you.
This is from Viveka Chudamani, and I think it's around about 275 or 76 shloka. Viveka Chudamani.
Thank you. Desires coming from mind means that we still have no fragrance of the God within us. Understand all desires are for happiness. God is ultimate happiness, contentment and bliss. If you see any person running for things, that means he thinks he is a beggar. He thinks he lacks something. Actually, he lacks godliness within. There is God within everyone. But that statement is not sufficient. We all have to find that God within us. That is all spiritual practice, sadhana, efforts. We have been given only one mind. Either we can use this mind to collect things in this world and try to be happy, or use the same mind to find the God within, to be eternally happy. Spend time with your pure self. Not with your mind. Spending time with yourself doesn't mean you spend time in your thoughts. That is spending time with your mind, in your thoughts. Spend time with that pure self. Bring your mind to know this pure self. Mind which is interested in self start getting purer and purer and quieter with less intrusive thoughts. Thoughts not creating any obstacle in paying attention to silence within. Once by constant practice, your mind taps into the silence within. That fragrance of silence takes over everything what you think you are. Then you don't have to bring that mind to abide in self. Now the mind full of desires going around will always abide in pure self. Simple reason it has found supreme bliss. Every time you step out to gain something in this world, you inherit anxiety and stress. More your interest, more is the anxiety. And if you fail to get that thing, you feel depressed and sad. All suffering is about desires, nothing else. All unfulfilled desires we call suffering. We want a healthy disease. A disease comes to body, we call it suffering. We want all our attachments with people and things to be with us. If anything leaves, we call it suffering. All suffering is man-made, ego-made, and all bliss is supreme, eternal, infinite, in a constant flow, never ending. When we abide in our silence, we are allowing our mind to merge in absolute. Don't take the idea of mind that it is boring. I could have done some more productive work. I could have thought some productive thoughts. I'll tell you that is the biggest obstacle. People think their thoughts are very important. They are thinker, they are philosopher. They can sort out all problems of the world in their thoughts. Everyone has 2-minute solution to every problem in the world. Everyone thinks our politicians, bureaucrats, rulers don't know how to rule, but we know how to rule. God in our heart takes over all our actions. When we sit in silence, when we surrender our all beingness to that pure being, this is merging of Jiva and Shiva. Jiva is our entity which makes us feel we are separate individuals. And it continues till we behave like that. My goals, my desires, my fears. When we have an autobiography, we stay as a person. When this personal book is burnt in the fire of self, that only left is Shiva. Jiva is Shiva. Ishwaransh Jiva Vinashi. Jiva is the part of God only. But it comes with an attachment called ego, aham bhav, I thought. That is the only problem. The moment it disappears, we know our real nature. Understand no thought is important. Even if you have no thought, life continues. It is more peaceful. Still, it is so hard to convince people that thoughts are useless. If you look into path of Bhagavan Shri Ramana Maharshi, path of self-inquiry, each thought you don't listen completely. As soon as the thought comes, question to whom it arises, to whom it is talking. And if it says to me, then ask, who am I? Am I so low that I am involved in these lowly thoughts, useless thoughts? Is my level so low? Because people have shared their thoughts, thousands of people. Those thoughts are so bad, so ugly. Then why do you call it as my thought? And why do you keep listening to it? Why don't you switch it off? Why don't you ignore? When we watch a news channel we don't like, you can switch it off. You can turn it off. But here you call these thoughts as mine, talking to me, and I am listening. Thoughts can only guide Jiva, ego. They cannot guide Supreme. Supreme is before all thoughts, before mind. It is pure knowledge. It needs no guidance from these petty thoughts. You believe in one thought, you have to believe in all. I know there are schools which teach you how to inherit positive thoughts and get rid of negative thoughts. There are also coachings and gurus which teach you how to have power of attraction, how to attract wealth. All these sorts of things are there in domain of mind. But to finish this story of ego, nip on the bud. Get so trained as soon as a thought pops up, your pure witnessing dissolves it. Fire of self will not allow any thought to crop up. When we are awake and vigilant, no weeds of thoughts can grow. Only when we are lazy in our sleepy, wakeful state, that all sorts of these demons of thoughts arise and flourish, even can create mental illnesses. Be awake, be alert. Don't drown in emotions and thoughts. To know reality, come out of illusion of your thoughts and mind. Without thoughts, there is nothing but awareness, pure bliss. Be aware of this awareness. You are even beyond this awareness. That is the last and final step. aware of pure awareness. With untiring practice, stay as awareness. Then practice falls, and this is effortless, natural state. Pure awareness. Now, the statement Aham Brahmasmi is true. I am Brahman. But there is no I, no am, only Brahman. Staying as Brahman, as awareness. People think they cannot function, and I guarantee you will function in the best possible way. In doership, you think you do better, but you mess up everything. Even if you think you do better, there's a constant pressure, stress, anxiety, feeling of responsibility, as if you are God You have taken up responsibility from God, this body. He is responsible for everything. Don't create your own little kingdom. Be with the flow. Be that awareness. Let this body take command from Supreme. Let it accept everything as it is. Even if you would not be productive to the world, at least you are peaceful. That is a very big contribution to the world, to world peace. You will be newly born. Allow this birth to happen within this body. Manifestation of God within you, divinity within you. This is a rare opportunity in this human birth. All of us can do it. Probably nobody told us before. Now you know it. Don't miss this opportunity. Allow this to happen. We all had a wisdom teeth, isn't it? Now let the wisdom come. Probably this wisdom should have come by that time. Anyway, nobody is late. Be with the purest of pure, unmoving, untainted, Niranjan, taintless. Wash your mind with self. Keep rubbing it against self. Keep attention on pure silence. Be desireless all the time. Only desire keeps the Jiva alive. Even one desire can keep you in this bondage. Make your life as meditation. Give up the idea of meditating for an hour or two. Keep your attention on awareness. Live a life with God's will. Make your free will in tune with God's will. My Muslim friends, they always use this term, inshallah. It is so beautiful. God's willing. If you say it from your heart, your ego will merge into that God. No situation can make you unhappy if you take everything as God's willing. Inshallah, be with that. No separate existence. Self-abidance not only gives you ananda and bliss, but it gives you pure knowledge. You become that knowledge. This knowledge is not the relative knowledge, limited knowledge about things which we learn at science or other studies. This is the knowledge that whatever it is me. Everything. Your mind can categorize good and bad, but a sense of everything is me. You don't recognize self in you, you recognize self in everything. We get connected with everything at the level of source. All forms have the same source. And this gives rise to love, pure love. When you go in a far off country and you find someone living there, or you meet another stranger from your city, you immediately get connected. There is only one self, pure self, in every one of us. Moment you know within you, you know in everyone. politics, communities, religion. Some people think they unite, but they also divide. We become of smaller communities, different religions. But this connects everything with us. This knowledge makes us one. We realize all is one, no difference. Stay in this undifferentiated state without any attributes. Pure bliss. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Arunachal Ramanaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.